We didn't know anything about black folks because we never really saw them.
You just did not go to Forsyth County. In my mind, the black people lived somewhere else. I thought it was that way everywhere.
People of color crossed the county line at risk of their lives. And I remember being in the back of a pickup truck in my baseball uniform and walking along behind us. The next group in the parade were Klansmen.
In the Jim Crow era, Forsyth County, Georgia was a sundown county, a whites-only zone where it was either illegal or unsafe for black people to be there after dark. What made Forsyth unique is that it stayed that way for 70 years, well into the 1980s.
When you hear people talk about sundown towns, Forsyth County, Georgia is the king of sundown towns. In the video, they talk about how Forsyth County, Georgia was like the ethno-state of white Americans until like the 1980s. This is why. They had a racial cleansing of black people in 1912, and black people never came back. And there's a pretty famous, pretty notorious current American politician who went to high school and grew up in this county. You have 3 seconds to guess. 2, 1. Marjorie Taylor Greene grew up in one of the most notorious, overpowered sundown towns in American history. So take that for what it's worth.
Oye Mira, Gonna Tilt here says that sundown towns are made up. You can click on the comment and watch the video talking about Forsyth County in Georgia. For those of you who don't know, sundown towns were historically racist towns that posted up signs in their entrance of their cities or counties, specifically saying to black people to stay out. Because when the sun went down and they caught you in the streets, they were going to lynch you. But just because cities no longer put up signs doesn't mean that sundown towns still don't exist. Because if sundown towns didn't exist, then these deaths would have never happened.